All right, everyone, 30 seconds till air. In 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WIHSE feels good to listen with you.
Broadcasting from the WIHSD studios and through the sponsorship of Indian Hill School District, the Indian Hill Radio Players present Frank Capra's classic, It's a Wonderful Life, adapted for radio by Philip Grecian. Our story in a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor.
Jeepers, I just got this new puppy and I need to get him to the vet in a jiffy. But where should I take him?
Hi, I'm Dr. Yarnell. That puppy sure is swell. I'd love to take care of him and make sure he's up to date on all his immunizations. At Camargo Animal Hospital, we go nuts over your pet and our care can't be beat. Come on down to our office on Camargo and schedule your appointment.
Hot dog. Thanks, Dr. Yarnell.
Don't forget, Camargo Animal Hospital is the cat's meow. Oh no! What's the matter, Rosie?
My shoelaces keep coming undone.
Then why don't you buy kids tennis shoes?
But those are for boys.
They don't have to be. They come in all shapes and sizes. You can even get them in your favorite color.
Oh boy, now my shoelaces won't come undone.
Buy kids tennis shoes. Fun for everyone.
And now, It's a Wonderful Life.
I owe everything to George Bailey.
Please, God, help my son.
George is a good guy.
He doesn't do anything for
God.
himself, sir. That's why he's in trouble now.
I love him, Lord. Watch over him for me.
Dear God, please bring Daddy back. Thank you. Your friend, Zuzu.
Hello, Joseph. Trouble?
The name George Bailey keeps turning up.
Yes, I know.
We should probably send someone down.
Whose turn is it?
Clarence, the clockmaker.
Oh, Clarence. He doesn't have his wings yet, does he?
He doesn't have much going for him at all, sir.
But he has faith, Joseph. A strong and simple faith. Seems to me that's exactly what George Bailey needs right now. Send for Clarence.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Clarence. Someone needs our help. His name is George Bailey, and he's about to give up God's greatest gift.
His life?
His life.
Oh, dear.
It'll be your mission, Clarence, to go and change his mind.
I have a mission? Sir, if I should accomplish my mission, might I perhaps have my wings? It's been nearly 200 years now, and, well, people are beginning to talk.
Clarence, you do a good job, and you'll get your wings.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, no time to lose. Joseph?
Sir?
I'm turning this over to you. Brief Clarence on his mission.
Yes, sir.
I have an eye on some sparrows I must attend to. Good luck, Clarence.
Thank you, sir.
Now then, Clarence, let's go back in time for some background on George Bailey.
Come on, Harry!
That's him, George Bailey, 12 years old.
They're sliding in the snow, down the hill.
And across the icy pond.
Riding on snow shovels.
It's a contest to see who can slide the farthest.
And stepping up to the starting gate, my kid brother, Harry Bailey!
Come on, Harry!
I'm not scared, George.
Go, Harry, go!
Here I go!
And there goes the scare baby, my kid brother, Harry Bailey!
Oh, he's going much farther than the others, and faster.
Out where the ice is thin.
The ice is breaking.
George!
He's falling in. He's gone under.
Let's get him free! I'm coming, Harry!
George is jumping in. Where is he? There he is. He's got Harry.
Make a chain, let's flatten the ice. Make a chain.
They're pulling him out.
George saved his brother's life that day, but he caught a bad cold and the infection cost him his hearing in his left ear. It was weeks before he could return to his after-school job at Gower's drugstore.
It's me, Mr. Gower. George Bailey.
What's he doing? He's playing with something bolted to the tobacco counter?
It's a cigar lighter, a complimentary light for customers.
He doesn't smoke at his age.
Oh no, he dreams and makes wishes.
On a fallen star?
No, on the old cigar lighter. It's a tradition among the boys at Bedford Falls.
I wish I had $1 million. Hot dog!
He'll get his wish.
Mr. Gower, you back there?
You're late.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Hello, George.
Oh, hi, Mary.
I have a whole dime. I'm trying to decide between a soda and chocolate ice cream.
Hello, George.
Hi, Violet.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Hello, Violet.
Do you mind if I sit here at the soda fountain with you?
Certainly not.
Usual?
Well, Mary was here first.
I'm still deciding.
All right, then. I'll have 2 cents worth of licorice shoelace, please.
The usual. I'll get him. Be right back.
I like him.
You like every boy you see.
So, what's wrong with that? Oh, here he comes.
There you go, Violet.
Thank you, George. Help me down off the stool. It's awfully high.
Uh-huh.
Never mind. There, see? Did it myself. Goodbye, George. Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Violet.
You mind yet?
Chocolate ice cream.
What? Sorry. Talking my good ear?
Chocolate ice cream?
With coconut?
I don't like coconut.
You don't like coconut? Say, don't you know where coconuts come from?
A coconut tree?
No. Well, yeah. But where is that tree?
I don't know.
Tahiti, the Fiji Islands, the Coral Sea. Look here. National Geographic magazine. Only us explorers can get it. I've been nominated for a membership.
Boo.
You just watch. I'm going exploring someday.
I know you will.
Darn right. Hey, what's this under the counter? You dropped this?
No, George,
Hold on. I'll get it.
George? Oh, this is your bag here. I know you can't hear me with this ear, but I love you, George Bailey. I'll love you till the day I die. Oh.
Here it is. Looks like some kind of telegram or something. Hey, what's the matter with you?
Nothing?
I'll get your ice cream.
No, I changed my mind. I have to go. Bye, George.
Well, don't that beat all. Hey, you forgot your telegram. Maybe this isn't hers. Dear Mr. Gower, we regret to inform you that your son, Robert, died. Died this morning of influenza. Everything possible is done for his comfort. Oh, gee.
George, come back here.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gower, is there anything I can... Oh, sorry, I didn't throw the bottles on the floor. I didn't mean to...
I'm just making this order for Mrs. Blaine. Pills. Doctor prescribed.
Yes, sir, but...
Here, put the jar back up. I'm done with it.
Yes, sir.
Pills. Doctor prescribed.
See, this is poison. Mr. Gower, they got the diphtheria over at the Blaine house, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
You got the stuff for these capsules out of this jar, Mr. Gower.
Get going.
Mr. Gower, I
Get out! Now!
Yes, sir.
Bailey Building and Loan. Oh, hi, Maud. No, he's in a meeting with Potter. I got a bad feeling about it. Tilly, I says to myself, that Potter's up to no good. Well, no, Maud. Every time he comes here, I start looking through the want ads for another job. Hey, I got skills, and I'm still young. Mostly.
Bailey, you're hopeless. Don't come crying to me when these people can't pay their debts.
I'm not crying, Mr. Potter, but times are hard and these people are out of work.
Then you gotta foreclose. Look, if they don't want work, then they have no right to own a house.
They want to work, Mr. Potter.
Well, if they wanted to work, they'd have jobs.
It isn't that easy. These people have children.
They're not my children. Look, are we running a business or a charity?
Hey, Pop, I need some advice. See, these pills are...
George, not now. Have you no pity, Potter? You have more money than you could ever spend.
So, I should give it all to miserable failures who can't pay their mortgages. Or failures like you and that idiot brother of yours, what with that shoestring building and loan.
He's not a failure. You can't say that about my father.
George.
You're not a failure, Pop. You're the biggest man in town.
George, we'll discuss this at dinner.
Yes, Yes, sir.
Biggest man in town.
Bigger than you.
George?
I'm going.
Garadrog! What was that? Oh, those pills should have been there an hour ago. Yes, thank you for calling. George Bailey!
Yes, sir?
Come in here, you.
Mr. Gower, I've been pacing up and down in front here. I guess I better tell you.
Where are Mrs. Blaine's pills? Where?
Ow, let go! You're my shirt! Ow, let go! You don't!
Why are they?
Mr.
What
Gower,
kind of
you
tricks
don't
do
know
you
what
Blaine?
you're doing.
Answer
You
me,
put
so
something
I'll
wrong
beat
with
it
those
out of you.
capsules.
So
It
help
wasn't
me,
your
I
fault,
will.
Mr. Gower.
Don't you know that boy's
Look,
sick?
look
Don't
at the
you
pills.
know he could die?
Look at the bottle. It's poison. It's poison, I tell you.
Poison?
I couldn't
What?
deliver him. Look at him. Look at him.
Oh my dear God. Oh my God. George!
No, please. Don't hurt my sawyer again.
George, I'm so sorry. I'm so very sorry.
Mr. Gower, I know how bad you feel. I'm not gonna tell on you, Mr. Gower. I'm not telling. Honest. I'm not telling. I'm not telling.
I'm not telling you how to run your business here, Joe. Honest. I'm not seeing what I need here. I need something big. Like,
An overnight bag? I know, George. Look at it. Genuine English cowhide. Fitted up with brushes.
Nope.
But George, this here is...
Nope. Now, look, Joe, we're not talking overnight bag. We're talking, look, Joe, I want a big suitcase.
That's him, George Bailey. All grown up?
Did he ever tell anyone about the pills?
Not a soul.
I don't need something for one night, Joe. I need something for 1,001 nights, with plenty of space to stick on labels from Italy, Baghdad, Samarkand. A great big one.
A flying carpet, huh? How about this old secondhand job I got behind the counter? Ugh.
Oh, now you're talking. Geez, I could use this thing as a raft in case the boat sinks. How much?
No charge.
That's my trick ear, Joe. It sounded like you said no charge.
That's right. Look at the name on the suitcase.
George, say, it's got my name on it. What's my name doing there?
It's a little present from old man Gower over at the drugstore. He came down and picked it out himself.
Well, how do you like that? You know, I used to work for him back when I was a kid.
I remember. What boat you sitting on there, George?
I'm making my way across on a cattle boat.
A cattle boat?
All right, I like cows.
All right.
Listen, Joe, I gotta go thank Mr. Gower for this suitcase. Mr. Gower!
Hey, George, see the new jukebox I got?
Would you look at the blinking lights on that thing?
And the bubbles, see the bubbles.
That's a humdinger. Say, I haven't been down here in a while. You sure changed the old place.
Oh, I've got so many kids coming in after school that
Oh, would you look at that? That old cigar lighter is still bolted to the counter.
Couldn't get rid of that, George. It's a tradition. Go ahead, make a wish on it for old time's sake.
I wish I had $1 million. Hot dog! Hey, say, Mr. Gower, I wanted to thank you for the suitcase here. It's just exactly what I wanted.
Ah, forget it. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Ah, thanks. Well, listen, I can't stay.
Packing for your big adventure, eh?
Gonna go pack this nice big suitcase. My life is about to begin. Thank you, Mr. Gower.
You're more than welcome, George.
Hey, Ernie!
Hiya, George.
Hiya, Bert.
How's it going, George?
Hey, listen, you two guys aren't busy or anything, are you? Because, Bert, you're not giving Ernie a ticket or anything, are you? Because I could come back later.
No, we're just passing the time, George.
Ernie, I'm a rich tourist today, and I figure I'd ride in style. How about giving me a ride in your cab?
Sure, Your Highness. Hop in. And for the carriage trade, I even put on my hat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey.
Oh, hello, Violet. Say, that's some dress you got on there.
What? This old thing? I only wear it when I don't care how I look. Well, goodbye, George.
Only wears it when she...
Yeah. Ready to go, George?
Yeah. Let's step on it, Ernie, before I forget where I'm going. Mother, I believe that's the best dinner I've ever had.
Oh, you always say that, George.
It's gonna be the last time, too. This is my last meal in the old homestead before I set out for my life of adventure.
Where's your brother Harry? Harry, you're gonna be late for your high school graduation party.
Come in. Hey, George, you coming to the graduation party later tonight? We're gonna use that new gym floor you designed.
Hope it works.
Of course it'll work. You're an architectural genius, gonna build skyscrapers in New York.
No gin tonight, son.
Aw, come on, Pop, just a little.
Not one drop of alcohol.
Horse feathers. Well, gotta go.
Harry, don't slam the door.
Pop, did I act like that when I was his age?
Pretty much. Wish we could send you to college with Harry. Your mother and I talked it over half the night.
We've got that all figured out, see? When I go to college, he'll take my job at the building and loan, and then when I come back, we'll switch.
He's pretty young, George.
Well, younger than I was.
Maybe you were born older.
How's that?
I said maybe you were born older. Have you decided what you want to do when you graduate college?
All that stuff I've always talked about, Pop. I'm gonna plan modern cities, design new buildings. This is only the beginning.
Well, your Uncle Billy and I will miss you at the building alone. Don't you suppose you could come back after you graduate?
Oh, Pop, I can't do that. I'd go crazy spending the rest of my life cooped up in some shabby little office. Oh, Pop, I didn't mean it like that. It's just, I want to do something that's big, something important.
Well, George, I feel like we're doing something big in our own way. People want a place to call their home, and we're offering that in our small, shabby little office.
I know, Pop. But I've been hoarding pennies like a miser so I could... And all my friends have already finished college, and Pop, if I can't get out of here, I'll bust, you know?
Yes, George. I guess I see.
You look tired, Pop.
I had another tussle with Potter. I thought when we put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up a little.
Wonder what's eating that money-grubbing old buzzard.
Oh, he's a sick man, George. Sick in his mind, sick in his soul. Hates everyone that has anything he can't have. I suppose this town is no place for any man unless he's willing to crawl to Mr. Potter. You've got to get out of here, George. I understand that.
You want a shock, Pop? I think you're a great guy.
Well...
And I think I better get dressed and head on over to Harry's graduation party.
You have a good time, son.
Quite a crowd.
Yeah, it was the biggest senior class in the history of the school.
Hello, George.
Sam Wainwright, when did you get back here?
Just this afternoon. Thought I'd stop by and see how the place had changed. Say, George, this gym floor is awful clever. Swimming pool underneath.
Yeah, well, kind of my idea.
Kinda. No. All his idea. He even drew up the plans himself. Saved the whole town a lot of money.
Yeah, well... So you're an old college graduate now, huh, Sam?
Yup, and it looks like you're finally gonna make it after all. Say, Harry, Coke's been watching your high school games. It's you we really want to see up there.
Not this year. Gotta make some dough first.
Welcome back, George.
Principal Partridge.
Putting a pool under this floor was a great idea, George. Saved us another building.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, George.
Hi, Vi.
My dance card's not full yet, George. What am I bid?
Well...
Hey, George!
Hey, Marty! Say, it's Old Home Week.
Do me a favor, would you, George?
Oh, sure, what is it?
You remember my kid sister, Mary?
Well, it's been a while, but sure, yeah, I do. Chocolate ice cream with the coconut shavings.
Dance with her, will ya?
Dance with her?
Just one time. Give her the thrill of her life. Come on. Right over here. Hey, sis.
Well, all right, but only one dance. I don't want to spend my...
Hello?
Hello?
Mary, George. George, Mary. Well, I'll be seeing ya.
Well,
I'm back, Mary. Here's your punch. Thank you, Freddie.
You want to dance?
Yes! Hold my punch, Freddie. But I just got it for you. Hey, come back here. This is my dance. Hey.
You're quite a dancer.
So are you. You look at me as if you didn't know me.
I used to know this girl named Mary Hatch, but I guess she grew up.
Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. The great Charleston contest is about to begin. Every couple shall remain on the dance floor until the judges pick the winning couple. Let's dance.
I'm no good at this.
Me neither.
Well, then what do we got to lose? Here we go.
Hey, what's the matter, Freddie?
Oh, hey, Mickey. George Bailey danced off with my girl.
Say, Freddie, did you know that there's a swimming pool underneath this floor?
Yeah, so?
And did you know that that button behind you makes the floor go up? And did you know that George Bailey is dancing almost right over that crack? And did you further know that I've got the key that unlocks that button?
It makes the floor open up?
Uh-huh. Give me. Here you go, fellow.
Where's the keyhole?
Here, on the wall. Now just turn the key.
Yeah.
He's got his back to it. He'll never see what's coming. Now press the button.
Like this?
Perfect.
Hey, they're cheering us.
Must be good then.
Yeah, maybe we are.
Maybe we'll win the loving cup.
Yeah, say maybe we walk. Whoa! Whoa!
We're all jumping in after him. Come on, Othello, let's get to get dipped.
Last one is a rotten egg.
Stop. As principal of the... Ah, heck with it. Here I come, Geronimo.
1, 2, 3. Many a heart is aching. If you could read them all, many the hopes that have vanished.
All right, let's hit the harmony. Ready?
Ready? After the ball.
Hot dog, just like the barber shoppers.
Beautiful.
Well, say, I bet I'm the only guy who ever carried your wet clothes home from school.
You are. Do I look as silly in this robe as you do in that football outfit?
Well, I guess I'm not exactly the athletic type. We were lucky to find any dry clothes at all, but no, you look great. You know, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you're the prettiest girl in town.
Well then, why don't you say it?
Maybe I will. Say, how old are you anyway?
18.
18? It seems like only last year you were 17.
Hey! You're standing on my belt. I almost lost this robe that you think so much of.
Oh, we couldn't have that.
Well then, sir, my train, please. You may throw it over my arm.
A pox upon me for a clumsy lout.
You may kiss my hand.
And so I shall, and... Oh, it's such a soft hand, Mary, and you're so...
Many a heart is aching.
Wait. See the old Granville house over there?
Oh, George, don't! I love that house.
What? No, you see, you make a wish and you try
George,
to...
don't! That old house, it's so full of romance. I'd love to live in it.
Live in it? Not even a ghost would want to live in it. Here, watch that second-story window there.
What'd you wish for, George?
Not just one wish, Mary. A whole hatful. I'm gonna see the world. I'm gonna plan modern cities. I'm gonna build new buildings, bridges a mile long, skyscraper... Hey, what are you doing?
Making a wish and... throwing it.
Hey, that wasn't a bad throw. What did you wish for?
Wouldn't you like to know? Many a heart is aching.
Oh, what do you want, Mary? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and bring it down. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I'll lasso the moon for you, Mary.
I'll take it. Then what?
Well, then you'd swallow it, and it'd all dissolve inside you, and the moonbeams would come out of your fingers and the tips of your hair, and... Am I talking too much?
Yeah, you're talking too much.
How's that?
I've been sitting here on this here porch listening to you yap for the last 5 minutes. Stop talking and kiss her. Kiss her? Oh, you're just wasted on kids who don't know what to do with it. Yeah, I'm going inside.
Hey, come back here. I'll show you a kiss and they'll put hair on your head.
Ah!
Mary? Mary, where'd you go?
Over here in the hydrangea bushes, George.
Well, what are you doing in there?
Look down at the sidewalk.
Oh, it's your robe.
You're standing on my belt again.
Well, if I've got your robe, then that means...
Yes. Now, please, toss me my robe.
This is a very interesting situation.
My robe?
You know, a fella doesn't get into something like this every day.
My robe?
Yeah, at least not in Bedford.
George Bailey, hand me back my robe!
I've read about things like this, but I never figured...
I'm going to tell your mother on you.
Oh, she's way down the block.
I'll call the police.
Well, they're downtown. They'd be on my side, too.
Oh, scream!
Maybe I could sell tickets.
Oh, George Bailey!
George, quick! Come on, we gotta get home. Your father's had a stroke.
What? Mary, I'm sorry. I gotta go. Here's your robe.
Come on, George. The doctor's already there.
Many the hopes that have vanished after the ball.
After this short break for your local station, we will return to the Indian Hill Radio Players production of It's a Wonderful Life.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Gee, I wish I could sing like that.
Me too. Want to learn to sing?
Well, yeah, that's why
Then head on down to Angel's House of Music. Lessons from college-educated instructors just around the corner.
Do they teach voice?
Do they just teach voice? They teach a variety of music, including but not limited to voice. They also teach a variety of instruments. Go ahead, name some.
Well, gosh, violin.
Yep.
Trumpet?
Bingo.
Clarinet. Trombone. Guitar. Saxophone. Drums.
All the above and more.
Wow, where is this place?
You can find Angel's House of Music at 726 Lilla Avenue, Milford, Ohio 45150.
Here at Angels, we believe every child should have the opportunity to experience the joy of music.
I should get voice lessons there. I've always wanted to learn to sing.
Yeah, maybe I will too.
Then head on down to
Angel's House of Music.
Bailey Building alone. Oh, hi, Maud. What? Oh, sure, you didn't hear? The board's deciding right now what's going to happen to Bailey Building alone. Potter? Oh, yeah. He's still on the board.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Gentlemen, we need to wrap up this board meeting. George here gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out these past few months since his father died. Now he's going to be late getting to college because the semester's already started, so let's finish the formalities and get to our real purpose, appointing a successor to Peter Bailey.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose. It is my belief that the Bedford Falls can do without the Bailey Building and Loan. Therefore, I make a motion to dissolve the institution, turn all assets and liabilities to the receiver.
Why, you old buzzard. Easy there, Uncle Billy.
Mr. Chairman, I do believe it is too early after Mr. Peter Bailey's death to be discussing this matter. He poured his life and soul into this business, and we owe it to him to...
Well, I'll go further than that, actually. I'll say that as far as the public was concerned, Peter Bailey was the building loan. But he wasn't a businessman. I don't mean him any disrespect. God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals. So-called, but high ideals without common sense is bad business. Now, you take this loan here to Ernie Bishop, the fellow that sits all, around all day in his taxi cab. I happen to know that the bank turned down his loan.
I happen to know Bourgeois. They'll give you permission before they fill the inkwells. Uncle Billy.
He comes here after being turned down at the bank, and we build him a house. Why is that?
I took care of that, Mr. Potter. You've got all the papers right there. His salary, his insurance. I'll personally vouch for his character.
A friend of yours?
Yes, sir.
I see. Gentlemen, we shoot ball with the guy once, and now he can borrow money. What does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble, instead of a thrifty working class. And all because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey filling their head with impossible ideas. Now, I say that
Just a minute now, Mr. Potter. Now, hold on. Well, you're right when you say that my father was no businessman. I know that. Why he ever started this cheap penny-ante building and loan, I'll never know. But neither you nor anyone else can say anything against his character. Why, in the 25 years since he and his brother Uncle Billy started this thing, he never saved enough money to send Harry away to college, let alone me. But he did help get an awful lot of people out of your slums, Mr. Potter, and what's wrong with that? Doesn't that kind of ownership make people better citizens? You're all businessmen here, doesn't it make them better customers? You said a minute ago, what'd you say? That they had to wait and save their money before they had to think of a decent home? Wait for what? Just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about does most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Is it too much to ask for them to be able to work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? My father didn't think so. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, my father died a much richer man than yours.
Your book? I'm not talking about your book. Listen, gentlemen, I'm talking
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's galling you. I've said too much. You men are the board here. You do what you want. But I believe this town needs this little one-horse institution, if only to have some place where people can go without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
Sentimental. Gentlemen, my motion voted on this
institution.
What happened? Am I out of a job?
Tilly, I don't know what to tell you.
Guess I better start reading the want ads. I got skills, and I'm still young. Well, I got skills.
Come on, George, you missed your train. You're a week late for school already.
Don't you think I ought to stick around for just a couple more minutes, Uncle Billy, just to see what...
No sense to it. We're going out of business, and I can always find a job. I'm only 55.
56.
57.
George, come on. You missed your boat trip already.
George, they want to keep it going. They voted Potter down. They've only got one condition.
What's that?
That's the best part. They've appointed George here to run it.
Oh, no, but Uncle Billy...
You can keep him on. You can hire anyone you like.
No, I'm leaving. I gotta go. This is my last chance.
But they'll vote Potter otherwise.
He didn't go, did he, Joseph?
No, Clarence, he didn't.
I knew it.
George gave his school money to Harry, who went to college and became a football star. Made second team All-American. Mary left for school too.
But what happened to George?
George got 4 years older and waited for Harry to come home and take over the building and loan. Do you see? Look!
They're at the train station. Harry's coming home?
Yes.
Finally, George's dreams are about to come true.
Watch.
There he is, getting off the train.
Where?
Right there, next to that pretty blonde.
Well, hello.
Hey,
If it
George.
isn't old Phi Beta Kappa Bailey.
Well, if it isn't old George National Geographic Bailey. Say, Uncle Billy, you even changed a bit.
Oh, nobody changes around here.
Where's Mother?
Well, she's at home cooking the fatted calf. They're cooking up a big celebration for you. Come on.
Sweetheart.
I wondered when you'd get around to me.
George, Uncle Billy, this is Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
Bailey?
I wired you I had a surprise. Meet the wife.
Well, how do you do? What am I saying? Congratulations! Say, what's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
How could I help falling in love with him? He's wonderful. My father fell in love with him too, even offered him a job.
A job?
A job and a wife. Well, well, Harry's cup runneth over. Say, Ruth, there's some people that'd like to meet you. Why don't you come with me? I wired you I had a surprise, George. I mean, you've been holding the bag here for 4 years. I mean, I'm not gonna let you down like this. Really,
where's your luggage?
The luggage. The luggage, I forgot it. Stay here, I'll be right back.
Harry, don't forget to... Oh, where did Harry go?
He's getting the luggage off the train. So how about that job?
Oh, my father owns a factory in Buffalo. He wants to get Harry started in the research business.
Research, huh?
Say, George, your mother's at home with dinner. Why don't we get going?
George,
Hi, Mom. Great dinner.
what are you doing out here in the porch?
Oh, just thinking it's a nice night tonight.
Yes, it is. And to know Mary Hatch is back from school? Nice girl, Mary. The kind that can help you find the answers, George. Oh, stop that grinning and give me one good reason why you shouldn't call him Mary.
Sam Wainwright. Sam's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about him. She lights up like a firefly whenever you're in the room. Besides, he's away in New York, and you're right here in Bedford Falls.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Right here in Bedford Falls. I'm gonna go take a walk. I'll be back later.
All right, George.
I'll get it, Mother! Hello.
Hello. I was just walking by and
Oh, I know. Your mother phoned and said you were on your way to pay me a visit.
She did? What gave her that idea?
I thought you told her?
I was just walking by and I found your newspaper out.
Our paper? Because that's not ours. We already got our paper.
Oh. Well, I was just walking by and,
Was it on our sidewalk?
maybe a little further down, but...
No, are you coming in or aren't you?
Well, all right. I don't understand it, though. I mean, I didn't tell anyone I was coming over here. I figured you'd go back to New York like Sam and the rest.
Oh, I worked there for a couple of vacations, but I don't know, I guess I got homesick.
Homesick? For Bedford Falls?
Yes, for Bedford Falls and my family and you. Well, everything. Would you like to sit down?
All right, but only for a minute. I didn't tell anyone I was coming over here.
Would you rather leave?
No.
Well, then sit down.
Mary, who is that down there?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What does he want?
I don't know. What do you want?
Nothing. I just came inside to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
What?
Now stop that. Stop that right now. Tell him to leave and go home. And don't leave. I'm sorry. Sam Wainwright is going to call you later from New York.
Well, listen, I didn't want any...
Well, what did you come here for?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the ones with all the answers. I was just walking by and I'm going.
Good night.
Mary, the telephone. It's Sam.
I'll get it.
I forgot my hat.
Oh, hello, Sam. How are you? Oh, that's awfully sweet of you, Sam. Hey, I've got an old friend of yours here, George Bailey. Yeah, wait a second. I'll put him on.
He doesn't want to speak to George Bailey.
He does so, Mother. George, Sam wants to talk to you. Here, we can both listen and talk.
I could get on the upstairs extension.
No, you can't. Mother's on the upstairs extension.
I am not.
Here, come close, George. We can both use this phone. There. Say something, Sam. Can you hear?
Hello? Hello, Sam? No, I'm not trying to steal your girl.
What's the big surprise, Sam?
A factory? Plastic made out of soybeans? Rochester, New York. What's wrong? What's the matter with right here? You remember that old manufacturing plant outside of town? Town was out of work when that thing closed down. I mean, you could get it for a song. What's that?
Is my cheek in the way?
No, it's fine. Smooth.
What's that, Sam? Money? George, do you have money?
A little money.
He says it's a chance of a lifetime.
Chance of a chance.
Sam, we'll call later.
Later.
George,
You listen to me. I don't want any plastic, I don't want any soybeans, and I don't want to get married to anyone ever.
George!
Do you hear me? I don't want to get married
George,
to anyone
you're
ever.
hurting me. Don't hold on so tight, George.
Hurting. That's the last thing I wanted.
George.
Oh, Mary.
George.
Oh, Mary.
George.
What's going on down there? What are you doing down there?
Bye.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a good honeymoon.
I swear, I've got rice in my pockets, rice in my hair, rice in my...
Where to, folks?
Baghdad, Samarkand, Tahiti.
Gonna run up quite a cab fare.
We've got money, Ernie. Honeymoon money. $2,000 all cash. Do it right out of life savings.
Holy smoke.
I got it in small bills so I could wave it in my face and make a breeze. Here, Mary, you want to wave some money in your face?
Don't mind if I do.
Got yourself quite a windfall there, Mary.
Aha, very funny. You know what we're going to do? We're going to shoot the works. A whole week in New York and another week in Bermuda. The highest hotels, the oldest champagne, the richest caviar, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
Oh, look at that, will ya?
What?
Over at the bank. Something funny going on. I've never really seen one, but that's all the earmarks of a run.
Hey, Ernie, if you got any money at the bank, you should probably get it out.
Pull over, Ernie.
Sure.
George, wait, let's not stop.
Something funny's going on down at the building alone.
George,
I'll be right back, Mary. Don't go anywhere.
What's happening?
The Great Depression. People bought stocks on credit and banks loaned money on pipe dreams.
Sounds dangerous.
When the bottom fell out, nearly 40% of the country's jobs disappeared. People lost everything.
Unless they saved their money in the bank.
When the loans weren't paid, the banks failed, taking all those savings with them.
Oh my. At least George got his money out, but what's gonna happen to the building alone?
Wait, the money isn't here.
No, really.
George. Are we glad to see you?
Hello, Uncle Billy. Charlie?
Could I speak to you two for a minute?
A minute. Sure.
Over here.
All right. What happened? How did it start?
The bank called in our loan, George.
Called in our...
When? A couple hours ago, just as we were closing up for the wedding.
I had to hand over all our cash to the bank.
Every cent?
Every cent.
Holy cabooses.
Bailey Building a loan. Oh, yeah, fine. George, it's Potter.
Hello?
George! There's a rumor going around town that you've closed your doors. Is this true?
Our doors are still open, Mr. Potter.
All right, that's good to hear. Hey, you need help? You need police?
Police? What for?
Mobs can get pretty ugly sometimes, George. I'm doing what I can to help. I just guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. They'll be able to close for a week and reopen.
So you took over the bank, huh? Well, that explains why our loan was called in.
A necessity in times of crisis, George. And I'm willing to guarantee your people too. Tell them, bring their shares over. I'll pay them 50 cents on the dollar. Just be reasonable, George. You close your doors before 6, and you'll never reopen, and you know it.
You never miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're gonna miss this one.
Guess I better start looking through the want ads for another job. I got skills, and I'm really old.
I'm scared, George.
Uncle Billy, just... I have good news, folks. The banks have been guaranteed sufficient funds. You see, this thing isn't as black as it appears. The banks are going to close for a week and then reopen.
But, George, I got my money here.
Did he guarantee this place?
Well, no. No, I didn't... Folks, you remember Mary, don't you? Well, we were just married a little over an hour ago.
I want to make a withdrawal.
No,
Me too.
No, you can't make a withdrawal. We don't keep the money here. It's out working for you and Tom and Ed and hundreds of others. You're lending them the money to build, and when they pay it back, the interest...
George, I only got $242 in here, and my taking it out ain't gonna break you.
All right, Tom.
Tom, did you get your money out yet? No. Well, I did. Down at the bank, old man Potter is paying 50 cents on the dollar for every share you got.
All right, Tom. Give us 60 days and we can...
60 days?
Well, that's what you agreed to when you bought your shares, Tom. It takes time to...
Let's go to the bank. Better half than nothing.
Wait. No, stop it. Wait, all of you, listen. If Potter gets a hold of this building and loan, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. He's got the hardware stores, he's got the bank, and now he's after us. Why? Because we're cutting in on his business. He wants you living in his slums and paying the kind of rent he wants you to pay. Ed, you lived in one of his slums for a while, didn't you? Have you forgotten what he charged you for that old broken down shack? And, Tom, when things were going too well last year and you couldn't make your payments, we didn't take your house, did we? You think Potter would have let you keep it? Can't you all understand what's happening here? Potter isn't selling, he's buying. Because we're panicky and he's not. He's picking up some bargains too. Now we can all get through this, but we have to have faith in each other and we have to stick together.
My husband hasn't worked in over a year and I need the money. How am I going to live until the bank reopens? I have doctor bills I have to pay.
Well,
I've got the cash right here.
Mary, our honeymoon money?
George, what kind of honeymoon could we have knowing our friends back at home are in trouble?
$2,000. It'll tide us over to the bank reopens. Tom, how much do you need?
$242.
Oh, Tom, you don't...
I'll take $242.
All right, Tom. $242. And your account's still open. That's a loan. Mary, where are you?
Oh, I have to go run an errand.
I got $300 here, George.
Oh, come on, Ed. How much will it take until the bank reopens?
Well, I suppose $20.
20. There, now you're talking. Mrs. Thompson?
But George, it's your money.
Oh, never you mind that. How much money do you need?
I could get along with 20, all right?
20. There you go.
Where do I sign?
Oh, you don't need to sign anywhere. I know you'll pay it back when you get the chance. Mrs. Davis?
Could I have $17.50?
Bless your heart, of course you can. Well, that's the lot.
Do we have any money left?
$2. We're still in business.
Sounds like a storm's rising.
Well, yeah, but the worst storm is over. You want to share some whatever you got in that flask, Uncle Billy?
What?
That flask you've been secretly pulling on.
Wasn't very secret, I guess.
Nope. Here, divide it up. We make it to 6 o'clock and we'll have a toast. There it is.
What time is it now?
It's almost... Well, there you go.
3,
4, 5, 6. Lock the doors, Tilly.
It's locked.
We made it.
Yeah. Here, a toast.
A toast.
To Mama Dollar and Papa Dollar. And if you want the building loan to stay in business, you better settle down and have a family. A family? Mary. Poor Mary. I gotta go. I'll get that, will you? Oh, never mind. I'll get it. Hello? Mary! Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry. We missed our train and I'll come home. 320 Sycamore, but that's the old Granville house. All right. I'm coming. Hey, let me in before the rain washes me down the street, will you?
Hiya, George. Entree Monsieur.
Bridal suite, huh? The old Granville house is a bridal suite now?
Yeah, it is. and I'm your fancy French butler.
Well, that explains the plug hat.
Like I said, entree monsieur.
Well, the roof leaks, the wallpaper's peeling, the stair railing is broken, and the floor is full of holes. I like what you've done with the place, Ernie.
Bert hung the travel posters. That way the windows don't, merci, merci, on monsieur.
What's this? Looks like dinner for two. Music, champagne. Well, Ernie, you really outdone yourself here. Ernie? Ernie, where'd you go?
I gave the servants the rest of the night off.
Mary.
George, do you remember that night when we broke all the windows in this old house?
Yeah, I do, and you made a wish.
This is what I wish for, George. You and me here in our home.
Oh, Mary.
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hello? You invited them over? How many? Oh my. Well, I'll start preparing for them.
Did your husband call home telling you he's bringing business associates for dinner and you don't have any dessert for them? Well, come on down to Ross Bakery. We are famous for our glazed donuts and are one of the shining stars of the Ross Bakery Donut Trail.
Great. Do you have any other desserts besides donuts?
Of course we do, son. What's your favorite dessert, little girl? Ooh, I know. Eclairs. Have it. And you, son?
Apple fritters.
Have that too. You, madam?
Well, if I'd had to choose, I'd just say a good old-fashioned iced cookie.
Well, you are in luck, because we have a huge variety of our delicious iced cookies.
Hello, everyone. I hear you talking about my baked goods. Luckily, I brought some with me.
Thank you so much.
This is so delicious. I would eat this every day. Mom, can I?
Well, you don't want to spoil your dinner. May I take some home for my husband and his coworkers?
Absolutely. Take as many as you want.
Golly gee, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. We'll be sure to come back soon.
At Ross Bakery,
there's a piece of joy in each bite.
Short break for your local station. We will return to the Indian Hill Radio Players audio adaptation of It's a Wonderful Life.
And we're out.
All right, everyone. And we are back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
WIHSD feels good to listen with you.
In a moment, we'll return to our drama, It's a Wonderful Life, adapted for radio by Philip Grecian and directed by Kendra Thomas. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Did you hear about the new masks Indian Hill is selling?
No, tell me more about them.
Well, they come in black.
And have 2 different logos.
And they're only $8.50. This is a great way to remember the time and how we can get through it with a little theatrics. What are the logos again? Could you tell me more about them?
Well, there are 2 logos, as you know, and one is black and has It's a Wonderful Life inscripted on it.
And the other is black and has the Indian Hill Theater logo on it, and it's totally cute.
How do you order? Give us some detail, please.
No problem, Hiram. You can order either mask by logging onto our Indian Hill Theater website. This time is very emotional, and the mask can help us remember the good times and the bad times. And right near the holidays, it's a joyful present reading right under the tree.
You're onto something, Sydney. We can use this time to give a present to a family member or a friend.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. Oh, we almost forgot. You might need to fill out a paper to get your mask. The website it will be on is Indian Hills. Then you will need to click the theater tab so you can order your mask. Which you will also need to look at to figure out which one you want to get.
Correct.
For further information, contact Mrs. Thomas at kendra.thomas@ihsd.us.
Without further ado, let's get back to the show.
Back to the Indian Hill production of It's a Wonderful Life.
And now, we return to the Indian Hill Radio Players presentation of It's a Wonderful Life.
Come in.
Congressman Blatz is here to see you, Mr. Potter.
Tell him to wait.
Yes, sir.
Now, you were saying, Rhineman.
No skin off my nose, Mr. Potter. I'm just your rent collector. But you can't laugh off Bailey Park anymore. Take a look at this old map. George Bailey's been busy. 15 years ago, half a dozen houses stuck here and there. Squirrels, daisies, buttercups, the old cemetery. Now look at this map. Bailey Park the way it is today. Dozens of the prettiest little homes you ever saw. 90% of which owned by suckers who used to pay rent to you. Your Potter's Field is becoming just that.
No, he hasn't made a dime off that.
Not yet, anyway. Too busy helping people out. But if I were you, Mr. Potter, I'd...
Well, you're not me. So get out.
I'm going. No skin off my nose. But one of these days, I've got a feeling I'll be asking George Bailey for a job.
No skin off my nose. Why, I oughta just...
Will you see the congressman now, sir?
No, hang the congressman. Call the building and loan. I want to speak to George Bailey.
Yes, sir.
It's time to end the Bailey building and loan once and for all.
Mr. Bailey is here, sir.
George, come in, sit down, have a cigar.
Oh, well, thanks.
Here, let me light it for you.
I'll make a wish.
What?
Never mind. This is some cigar, Mr. Potter.
Oh, you like it? I'll send you a box.
So, what is it you wanted to talk to me about?
That's what I like about you, George, right to the point. I'm an old man, George, and a lot of people don't like me. But I don't like them either, so we're even. Now, you know that I practically run everything in this town.
Except the Bailey building and loan.
Except the Bailey building and loan. And you know, too, for a number of years I've been trying to take control of it, or kill it. But I haven't been able to do that, George. You've been stopping me. In fact, you've beaten me, George. And as anyone in this county can tell you, that takes some doing. Why, during the Depression, for instance, you and I were the only ones who kept our heads. You saved the building and loan, and I saved all the rest.
Yeah, well, most say you stole all the rest.
Oh, the envious ones say that, George. The suckers. Now, I've stated my side very frankly, and let's look at yours. Young man, married, making, say, 40 a week.
45.
45. Give your mother some money, pay your bills. You're able to keep maybe 10 a week. A baby or two comes along and not even that. Now, if you were some common yokel, I'd say you're doing just fine. But there's nothing common about you, George. You're intelligent, you're ambitious, you hate your job. In fact, you hate the building and loan almost as much as I do. You're the smartest one in your crowd, George, and you've been forced to watch your friends go places because you're trapped and frittering your life away, playing nursemaid to a lot of riffraff. Isn't that right?
What's your point, Mr. Potter?
I want to hire you.
What?
To manage my business, run my properties. Start you out at $20,000 a year.
20?
You could live in the nicest house in town, buy your wife lots of fine jewelry, take a few business trips every year to New York, maybe once in a while Europe. Oh, you wouldn't mind that, would you, George?
Wouldn't mind. You sure you got the right guy here, Mr. Potter? I mean, you remember me. It's George Bailey.
George Bailey, whose ship has come in, if he's got brains enough to climb aboard.
Well, what about the building and loan?
Oh, confound it, man. Are you afraid of success? I'm offering you a 3-year contract starting at $20,000 a year. Is it a deal or isn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't know, Mr. Potter. I know I ought to leave it the chance, but do you think you could just give me 24 hours to think it over?
Sure. You go home and talk with your wife about it.
I'd like that.
And I'll have the papers drawn up.
Yes, sir.
Here's my hand on it.
And here's mine. Wait, no, let go of my hand. What was I thinking? I don't need 24 hours. I know the answer right now, and the answer is no, doggone it. You sit around here in your chair and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money, but it doesn't. And the whole vast configuration of things, you're nothing more than a scurvy little spider. And the heck with you. Mary,
Mm,
you awake?
no. Are you?
Say, Mary Hatch, why'd you ever marry a guy like me?
To keep from being an old maid.
Yeah, but you could have married anyone else in town.
I didn't want to marry anyone else in town. I want my baby to look like you.
I promised you a honeymoon. You're what?
My baby?
Mary, you're...
George Bailey, Lasso's the Stark.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Yes.
You've probably already guessed that George never leaves Bedford Falls.
Never?
Mary had her baby. A boy. Then, before too long, another one. A girl. And day after day, Mary worked at remaking the old Granville house into a home, while night after night, George came home from the office. Potter was beating down hard. Then came war. Ma Bailey and Mrs. Hatch joined the Red Cross, and Mary had 2 other babies, but she still found time to run the local USO. Sam Wainwright made a fortune in plastic airplane windows, and Potter headed up the draft board. Bert, the cop, was wounded in North Africa, and he made the Silver Star. And Ernie was wounded in France. And Harry, he topped them all, a Navy flyer who shot down 15 enemy planes, 2 of which as they were about to crash into a transport full of soldiers.
What about George?
4F because of his ear, so George fought the Battle of Bedford Falls, and just like everyone else, he wept and prayed on VE Day and VJ Day. And then, just today...
Bailey Building alone. Oh, hi, Maud. Did you hear? Harry's coming home. He won the Congressional Medal of Honor. The president himself pinned it on.
Extra, extra, read all about it. President decorates local boy.
I've got to go, Maud. Call you later.
Here, Tilly, I brought you a copy of the paper.
Ooh. Bailey Building alone.
Look at that, would you? The whole front page.
Collect call? Yes, we'll take it. George, it's Harry, long distance from Washington.
Harry! Harry, congratulations! How's Mother? She what? She did? Lunch with the president's wife.
Wait till I tell Maud.
Harry, they're cooking up such a huge celebration for you at home there. What? Oh, that's just in time for Christmas dinner. The Navy's gonna fly Mother home this afternoon.
In a plane?
Harry, in a... Well, of course in a plane. Harry? Oh, no, Uncle Billy's not here yet. He's down making a deposit at the bank.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Mr. Carter's here.
Who?
Carter, the bank examiner.
Oh.
I put him in the spare office.
Oh, all right. Listen, Harry, I gotta go, but don't hang up. I want a chance to say goodbye to you when I get back. Here's Tilly.
So, Harry, tell me all about it. I want to know everything, did you?
Good morning, Mr. Carter.
Morning.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're all awfully excited around here. My brother just won the Congressional Medal of Honor. The president himself pinned it on.
Well, I suppose they do those things. I trust you had a good year, but I can't figure out how when you accept personal collect calls and talk forever. Let's get this over with. I'd like to spend Christmas in Elmira with my family.
Of course, of course. Here are the books, and my Uncle Billy will be back from the bank any minute.
Good morning, Hortense.
Good morning, Mr. Bailey.
I've got $8,000 in an envelope someplace here, Hortense.
You've got quite a cargo there, Mr. Bailey.
Yes, these are newspapers about my nephew, Harry. Here, take a copy.
Thank you, sir.
Careful now, I'm mixing up all the... Oh, look who just came in.
Mr. Potter, our major stockholder.
Yes, and that weasel, Reinman with him. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bailey.
Well, well, well. Good morning, Mr. Potter.
Bailey, you know my property manager, Reineman?
I do, Reinman.
Mr. Bailey?
I see you got the morning paper there. Say, what's the news? Actually, I got a few copies myself. Let's see. Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal. Well, sir, you just can't keep those Baileys down, can you?
And how does George, the 4F slacker, feel about that one?
Oh, jealous. Very, very jealous. You see, he popped 3 buns off his vest, just puffing his chest out when he heard the news. Of course, he wanted to go fight, and if he had, he would have won 2 medals. Here's some of the papers. Deep family and friends, and some for you too, Mr. Raymond.
Keep it. No skin off my nose.
All right, have it your way. And if you change your mind, I've got plenty extras. Yes, sir. George Bailey fought the war here in Bedford Falls because not every villain lives overseas.
I don't have time for this. Good day, sir. Come along, Reineman.
Good day, Mr. Potter. My, now, where was I? The deposit. Yes, here's my deposit slip and the bank book.
Are you forgetting something, Mr. Bailey?
No, I don't think so.
Usually it's customary when you're making a deposit to bring some money with you.
Right, of course. It's in my pocket, right? It's in my pocket. Where is it? Where's the money?
So, Harry, you're coming home soon? Maybe you could get on that airplane with your mother and...
You just wait right there, Mr. Carter. I'm sure my Uncle Billy will be here any minute. Tilly, I'm gonna... Well, hello, Violet.
George, may I see you for a second?
Second? Sure. Step on into my office.
Thank you.
What, Harry? Oh, that was Violet Vick. She... Oh, here's your Uncle Billy. Billy, long distance from Washington.
Yes, it is.
No, it's Harry on the phone.
Who?
Harry? Your nephew, remember him? Here, he wants to talk to you.
Hello, Harry. Yes, everything's fine. Perfectly fine. Good day.
Hey, that was...
I've got to get my head examined. It's got to be here somewhere. I'll be in my office.
What in the world?
Here you go, Vi. I wrote you a glowing character reference and even got you a Bailey Building and loan envelope to keep it in.
Character? If I really had any character, I'd...
Oh, it takes lots of character to leave the security of your hometown and go start out for someplace new. Here's a couple of bucks to...
No, George.
Well, you're broke, aren't you?
Well, sure, but...
You want to walk to New York City? You know, they charge the same for rent and fare down there the same they do here. Here, take it. It's a loan. That's my business, building and loan.
All right, then. Thanks, George.
Besides, you'll get a job. I've got faith in you.
You've always had faith in me, George. Me and lots of others. It's hard to live up to sometimes, you know? But I don't know what I'd do without you in my corner. I'm glad I know you, George Bailey. Well, better go, I guess.
Oh, Tilly, you hung up the phone. I was gonna...
No, I didn't, Uncle Billy.
Vi, you say hello to New York City for me, and...
I will.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, George.
Don't forget to write.
Mr. Bailey.
Oh, Mr. Carter, of course. I'll be right with you. You just make yourself comfortable. Tilly, has Uncle Billy gotten back from the bank yet?
He's in his office, but...
Thanks. Uncle Billy. Uncle Billy. Uncle Billy, what...
Where's Mr. Bailey?
He'll be right with you.
Well, he better hurry if I'm going to spend Christmas Eve with my family.
And I'll bet that's a joyous little group.
Tilly, did you check the safe this morning?
About 10 minutes ago. Mr. Carter needed...
Anything in there?
No, papers, but what do you...
Did Uncle Billy have the envelope with him when he came into work this morning?
He had the cash on his desk counting it before he closed up.
Uncle Billy, get your hat. We're going to your house. It's got to be here somewhere. Think, we've got to find that money.
I don't know, George. I don't know.
We've got to find it, Uncle Billy. It doesn't belong to us. The depositors, they trusted us to...
I'm no good to you, George.
There's no time for that. Think, is there anywhere you could have hidden that money? Any secret hiding places, anywhere at all?
No, I've looked all over the house, George. I don't know where...
Think!
I can't think anymore, George. I'm trying. I don't know.
Where's the money, you stupid, silly old fool? Do you realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. One of us is going to jail, and it isn't going to be me. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here.
I'm so sorry, George. I'm no good to you. I'm so sorry.
We know where that money is.
Yes, we do, Clarence.
Sit me down, Joseph. I'll tell George.
It's not that easy, remember? Everything we've seen here has taken place in the past.
Oh, that's right.
And plus, that means when we catch up to the present, that will be your moment to act.
And I can tell him.
No, Clarence. You must guide him to make his own decisions. Besides, even if he believed you, what could he do about it?
Why, he could...
Wait, Clarence. Wait until we catch up with George's present.
Janie, I think that's the best yet.
I want my piano solo to be perfect for the party tonight.
Sure it will be, sweetheart.
Especially if I keep practicing hard.
Peter, oh, Peter, be careful. Don't clump too much tinsel on the side of the tree.
Okay, I'm starting now. See?
You're doing a fine job.
Can I help?
Of course, Tommy. Why don't you help hang these bows? Hello, darling.
Hello.
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Well, yeah, Merry Christmas.
Hello, Daddy.
Did you bring the Christmas wreath for the window?
I left it at the office.
Is it snowing?
I just started a minute ago.
Where are your coat and hat?
I left them at the office.
George, what's the matter?
Everything. Everything's fine. Everything's perfectly fine.
All right. Peter, you're a big boy. You can put the star on the tree.
I can?
Yes, here, I'll hold the stepladder. George, isn't it wonderful about Harry? I swear I got 50 calls today about the parade and banquet. Your mother was so excited.
Does she have to keep playing that?
I need to practice for the party tonight, Daddy.
Mommy says you can stay out to midnight and sing Christmas carols.
Yes, darling. Why don't you go upstairs and freshen up before the families get here?
Families? I don't want any families here.
Come into the kitchen while I finish dinner.
Excuse me.
Hectic day?
Oh yeah, another big red letter day for the Baileys.
Daddy, the Browns next door got a new car for Christmas. You should see it.
What's the matter with our car? Not good enough for you?
Yes, Daddy.
I have to check the turkey. Would you mind getting out the silverware, darling?
Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
It's very good, darling. Now why don't you go upstairs and see if Zuzu wants anything?
Zuzu? What's the matter with Zuzu?
Oh, she caught a cold coming home from school. She got a flower for a prize and didn't want to crush it, so she didn't button up her coat. The doctor was here, says nothing serious, just a cold.
The doctor was here. Was she running a temperature?
Just a little one, 99.6, but she'll be all right.
This drafty old house. Why do we have to stay around this crummy town?
George, what's wrong?
Everything's the matter, Mary. Why do we have to have so many of these kids?
Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs to see Zuzu.
Come in. Hi, Daddy.
What happened to you?
I want a flower. See?
Very nice.
Some petals fell off. Will you paste them on, please, Dad?
All right.
Here.
All right. And the petals.
Here. Now, please paste it. I can't see. Turn back around. What are you doing, Daddy?
There. I pasted the petals all back on. Good as new.
Ooh, will you give the flower a drink now?
I'll set it in this glass of water here.
Thank you.
Now, I need you to do a favor for me, but it's got to be a secret, all right?
A secret? What is it?
Can you try to get some sleep?
But I want to look at my flower.
Well, that's the thing. If you dream about your flower when you go to sleep, it'll blossom into a whole garden of flowers in your dream.
It will?
Yeah.
Ooh. Good night, Daddy.
Good night, Susan. Get some sleep.
Oh, yes, thank you, Mrs. Welsh. I'm sure she'll be all right. Yes, the doctor says she'll be out of time in time for Christmas dinner.
Is that a teacher?
Yes.
Here, hand it to me, will you? Hey, Mrs. Welch? Say, what kind of a teacher are you anyway? Sending my kids home half naked like
George!
No, she'll probably get pneumonia on account of you.
George Bailey, what in the world?
Maybe my kids aren't the best dressed in the... Hello? Hello? Who is... Oh, Mr. Welch. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, anytime you're man enough to... Hello? Hello? He hung up.
Daddy, how do you spell Chris? Hallelujah?
How should I know? And Janie, stop playing that tune. Haven't you learned it already? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of this. I'm just... This crummy house, this crummy town. I'm sick of it, all of it. Mary, I'm sorry. Peter, what was it you wanted to know?
Nothing, Daddy.
Tommy, I'm sorry. Janie, go on. You keep practicing.
Oh, Daddy.
George, why must you torture children?
Mary, I'm no good to you. I never should have.
Yes, operator? Bedford 247, please.
Is Daddy in trouble?
Shall I pray for him?
Yes, Janie, pray very hard.
Me too?
You too, Tommy. Yes, hello. Uncle Billy?
So what is it, George? Why have you come to see me?
I need your help, Mr. Potter. There's some sort of accident. My company's fallen $8,000 short in their accounts.
Oh, so that's what the reporters are here about.
Reporters?
Yes. Oh, and there's a man from the DA's office who wants to speak with you.
Won't you please help me, Mr. Potter? Can't you think of what it'll do to my family? If you still want the building in law...
Oh, George, could it possibly be there's a slight discrepancy in the books?
Oh, sir, I've just misplaced $8,000 and I can't find it anywhere.
You've misplaced $8,000.
Yes, sir.
I see. Have you notified the police?
No, sir, I didn't want the publicity. Harry's homecoming is tomorrow.
Oh, what have you been doing, George? Playing the market with the company's money?
No, sir.
Then
no,
what
sir,
is
I
it?
haven't.
A woman? You know, it's been all around town. You've been giving money to Violet Bick.
What?
And why didn't you go to Sam Wainwright for the money, huh? Why'd you come to me?
I couldn't get a hold of him. He's in Europe.
Thought you got lots of friends, George.
I don't have that kind of money. You're the only one who can help me, Mr. Potter.
I see. And suddenly I've become quite important. What kind of securities would I have, George? Do you have any stocks?
No.
Bonds? Real estate? Just collateral of any kind?
I have a $15,000 life insurance policy.
All right, how much is your equity in it?
$500.
Look at you. You were so cocky. You were going to go out and conquer the world, and you once called me a warped, frustrated old man. What are you but a warped, frustrated young man? Crawling in here on your hands and knees, no securities, no stocks, no bonds, nothing, but a miserable little $500 equity in some life insurance policy. You're worth more dead than alive. And since the state examiner is here, and as a stockholder of Bailey Building Loan, I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, manipulation, malfeasance. In fact, I'm calling the sheriff's office right now.
No, I'm going.
Reineman, I know you're in the other office with your ear to the door. Get in here.
Don't you think this joke of yours has gone on long enough, Mr. Potter? We both know you've got Bailey's money. His uncle got confused and handed it to you with those papers.
No way anyone will
I
prove
saw
it.
him do
And
it.
you were smart enough to stay quiet. You will continue to do so.
No
skin off your nose. Oh, and another thing, Reineman. This isn't my joke.
What do you call it then?
Revenge, Reineman. I call it revenge. Hello? Bob. Yeah, it's Potter. I want to seek out a warrant for an arrest. What for? For the arrest of George Bailey.
In a moment, after these words from our sponsors, we will return to the Indian Hill Radio Players audio adaptation of It's a Wonderful Life.
From the producers that brought you It's a Wonderful Life radio show and Abbott and Costello comes a new, exciting tale of courage, heart, and no place like home. This will be a quick preview of The Wizard of Oz. That'll be the perfect family occasion.
Dorothy is a young girl who lives with her Aunt Em, Uncle Henry, and dog Toto on a farm on the Kansas prairie. One day, she and Toto are caught up in a cyclone that deposits them and their farmhouse into the magical land of Oz.
Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
No, my dear, you are in Munchkin Land.
Who are you?
I'm Glinda the Good Witch, and I have come to thank you for saving my munchkins from the Wicked Witch of the East.
How did I do that?
By squishing her with your house. Hello, I'm the mayor of Munchkinland, and on behalf of all of us, we humbly thank you for your service.
Oh dear, that's not what I was trying to do at all.
We would love to throw you a feast in gratitude for your heroic act.
Thank you for your kindness, but all I want to do is go home.
The Wizard of Oz could help her.
Oh yes,
the
the
Wizard
Wizard
of
of Oz. Who is the Wizard of Oz?
He is the great and powerful wizard who lives in the Emerald City.
How do I get to the Emerald City?
The Yellow Brick Road. Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Before you leave, I would like to give the very ruby slippers worn by the Wicked Witch of the East as our gift to you.
You have saved us from the Wicked Witch of the East.
But beware of the Wicked Witch of the West. She is more evil and terrible than her sister.
Only you had managed to squish a house on her too. So Dorothy and her ruby slipper began to follow the Yellow Brick Road towards the Emerald City. The land of Oz is a whimsical and colorful place, nothing like the Kansas home she knows so well. En route, she and Toto meet a scarecrow.
Well, hello there.
Oh my, you can talk.
Why, of course I can. Just because I don't have a brain doesn't mean I can't talk.
Did you just say you don't have a brain?
You heard me. That's why I can't figure out how to get down off this pole.
Well, let me help you. And you know who could help you get a brain? The great and powerful Wizard of Oz. I'm on my way now. Come with me.
With the scarecrow in tow, they continue along the Yellow Brick Road until they find a Tin Man, resting in the woods. As they approach him, they see that he is resting into place and unable to move. He He's stuck in mid-swing holding his axe in the air.
Oh, look, here's an oil can. If we apply oil to the rusted joints, he may be able to move again.
Oh, I cannot thank you enough. I've been stuck like this for years. I would cry of joy if I only had a heart to feel it. But sadly, my chest is just an empty vessel.
You know, we are on our way to see the Wizard of Oz. Why don't you come with us?
The three new friends and Toto continue along the path. The Yellow Brick Road takes them straight into a big, dark forest. The forest has never been seen by Dorothy or anybody else before. The trees look as if they have faces, and the bushes seem to be watching their every move.
Roar! What are you doing in my forest?
Shame on you. You scare us half to death. What an unkind thing to do.
Oh, please don't be angry with me. I'm really just a big old scaredy cat. I thought if I frightened you off first, you wouldn't notice.
You should come with us to the Emerald City. I'm sure the Wizard of Oz could give you some courage.
So I finally found you, the little girl who stole my sister's ruby slippers. Those belong to her.
Who are you?
I'm the Wicked Witch of the West, and I heard it was your fault my sister is dead. I'll get those slippers. They belong to me.
Hurry, let's get out of here.
After several adventures, the travelers arrive at the Emerald City. The town is made up of glistening gold and green buildings, and everyone in town seems to be sparkling as well.
Hello, new friends. You must have come a long way.
Oh, we have.
Let us show you my spectacular city, free from all the fear and evil bestowed upon the rest of the land of Oz.
Our grand city gates protect us from the Wicked Witch of the West and her sister, the Witch of the East.
Well, you won't have to worry about her anymore. Dorothy here landed a house on her.
We owe you our utmost gratitude. We would love to throw a celebration for your service.
Thank you, but I'm really here because I need to see the wizard. Can you take us to him?
Of course. Here is a gate to his innermost chamber. You'll have to get past the guardian of the gates before you can see him.
Good luck, and thank you again for everything you have done for our land of Oz.
I'm guardian of the gate. Who goes there?
Hello, my name is Dorothy, and we are here to see the Wizard of Oz.
Hi, you think you can just walk in and see the Wizard of Oz? Go away.
Oh, please, sir, I must see the wizard. I just want to go home.
How can you turn us away? We've come all this way.
We aren't leaving until we see him.
Oh, very well then, but I will warn you, he will be angry.
They were all sent in to see the wizard. He appears to them with a giant head with smoke and flames. His voice boomed and echoed all throughout the room. They could feel it in their bones.
Who dares enter my chamber?
Oh, please, sir. We don't mean to bother you, but you see, I just need to get home to see my Auntie Em.
And I need a brain.
And I a heart.
And I need to leave.
Don't be scared, Lion. He came to you for some courage.
So you think you can come ask favors from the Prophet Oz? Well, the Wizard of Oz asks you to complete the quest in return for your desires. You must go and kill the Wicked Witch of the West, who rules over the Winky Country. Now go! Defeat the witch. That shouldn't be too hard. Good luck. No one's ever managed to defeat the witch before. Yep, I'm just gonna go back to my forest.
Come on, Lion, we can do this.
The Wicked Witch of the West sees the travelers approaching with her one telescopic eye. She uses her powers to send the winged monkeys to capture Dorothy and Toto.
They unstuff the Scarecrow, dent the Tin Woodman, and scare the Cowardly Lion. The winged monkeys take Dorothy to a big, dark, scary castle that could have been anyone's nightmare.
Good job, my little winged monkey. You've brought me this silly girl.
At your service, my wickedness. No, please, I only want these shoes.
I've got you now, my pretty. I'll get those slippers. They belong to me. Take her little dog away until she gives me her slippers.
At once, great Witch of the West. No, please, I only want these shoes. You can have them. All I want to do is go home. Please don't take Toto.
At last, take them.
Wait, I can't remove them, your evilness. They seem to be attached to her, which makes her greater power than mine.
There seems to be only one way to get those slippers off your feet, and that's by killing you.
Find out what happens to Dorothy and her friends in next week's radio show production of The Wizard of Oz.
And now, the conclusion of It's a Wonderful Life.
Hey,
Martini, how about some of that good spaghetti?
She's a-coming right up.
I'll take a bourbon, Nikki. Better make it a double.
Shouldn't you be going home, George? I can find somebody to take you. It's snowing pretty hard.
I said a double bourbon.
All right. Coming right up.
God, dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you can hear me, I'm at the end of my rope. Won't you please help me, God? Please show me the way.
Here you go, George.
I'll have another one after this, Nikki.
Ain't you had enough, George?
I said
Hey, Mr. Bailey.
Hey, Mr. Martini. How's that new house?
She's a-fine, thanks to you. Say, why you drink so much, my friend? It's a Christmas Eve. You should be home with your family. Please go home, Mr. Bailey.
Bailey? Which Bailey?
Oh, this is Mr. George Bailey.
George Bailey! Come here, you!
Hey, let go of him!
You got this coming, Bailey. Next time you talk to my wife like that, you get worse, Bailey. She works in slaves to teach your kids, and you have to scream at her over the phone. She cried for an hour.
You get out of here, Mr. Welsh. You don't ever come back.
I gotta pay for my drink.
Never you mind the money. You hit on my best friend. Get out!
All right.
You okay, George?
Yeah. So much for praying.
That fella no come into my place no more. That's the last time. You hear what I say, Nikki?
Yes, sir, you bet. You want me to call somebody, George? Your mouth's bleeding there.
It is? What do you know, it is.
Nikki, call the doctor for Mr. Bailey. You sit down, Mr. Bailey. You don't feel good. Please.
No, I'm all right, really, but he was right.
Who, Welch?
No, Potter.
Potter?
He said I'm worth more dead than alive. Alive, I'm worth nothing, but Dad, I'm worth $15,000. Help me up, Nikki. I got someplace I gotta go.
Oh, he shouldn't be driving in his condition. He won't be driving for long. Look.
Is he all right?
Oh, he's fine. See? He's getting out. Didn't that tree any good? Where's he going? Out on the bridge. The current's running pretty swift. Do you see what he's doing now? He's gonna jump. Can he swim? Oh, he can swim, but it would take quite an effort to fight that current. An effort he's not willing to take. No. He'll go down to the bottom and stay there.
Oh, no.
It's time, Clarence.
All right then, Joseph. Here I go.
What the?
Help! Help!
Hold on, I'm coming. Hand me another log, will you?
Log? Oh, here. Are my clothes dry yet?
Give it another half hour or so. First time I was lucky today. This toll house wasn't locked, and there was wood for the stove.
Oh, luck had nothing to do with it.
Well, then what did?
Heaven. It was all arranged.
Uh-huh. Well, then how did you happen to fall in?
I didn't fall in, I jumped in.
Trying to kill yourself?
Oh my, no. Trying to keep you from killing yourself.
What do you...
I knew that if I were drowning, you'd stop thinking about killing yourself and try to save me. And you did, see? And that's how I saved you.
Yeah, very funny.
Your lip's bleeding, George.
Yeah, I got busted in the lip in answer to a prayer.
Oh, no. I'm the answer to your prayer. That's why I was sent down here, George.
Say, how do you know my name?
I know all about you. I watched you grow up from a little boy.
Say, who are you?
Clarence Oddbody, ASC.
ASC?
Angel, second class. I'm your guardian angel, George.
Yeah, well, you look like about the kind of angel I would get. Where are your wings?
I haven't won my wings yet. You'll let me earn them, won't you?
Oh, sure. How do I do that?
By letting me help you.
Well, there's only one way you could help me. I don't suppose you've got...
$8,000.
Well, yeah, I mean, how did you know that?
I told you, I'm your guardian angel. I know everything about you.
Everything, huh?
Everything.
Well, then you know I'm worth more dead than alive.
That's not true. Why did it happen for you?
If it hadn't been for me, everyone would be a lot better off. I wish I'd never been born.
Now, George, I've got my job to... Wait a minute. What did you just say?
I said I wish I'd never been born.
Never been born. You know what? I think that might just work. What do you think, Joseph? Yes, sir, that'll do it.
All right then, George. You've got your wish. You've never been born. Well, you needn't make such a fuss about it.
What's that?
You've never been born. You don't exist. You haven't a care in the world. No worries, no obligations, no $8,000 to find, no Potter, no sheriff.
Well, how do you like that? I can hear out of my bad ear again.
Your lips stopped bleeding too, George.
Yeah, and it stopped snowing outside too. What's going on? Just as soon as my clothes are dry, I'm...
Oh, your clothes are dry, George, because they've never been wet. Mine too.
Well, stove must have been hotter than I thought. Get your clothes on. We'll walk over to my car. Oh, I forgot. You're an angel. Oh, what? You fly.
I can't fly.
Oh, right. No wings. Get dressed. We're leaving. Well, that's funny. I could have sworn.
What's the matter?
Well, my car was here, and now it's gone.
Of course not. You have no car.
Well, I did. It was right here.
No, it was never here.
Yeah, it was. I crashed right into this tree, left a huge gash in the... Wait a minute, there's not a mark on it.
A good thing, too. This is an important tree. The oldest tree in all of Pottersville.
Well, yeah, but Pottersville. No, you mean Bedford Falls.
I mean Pottersville. Look at the sign.
Pottersville, Something funny's going on here.
Indeed there is.
Maybe I left a car at Martini's. Come on, Gabriel.
Clarence.
Clarence, right, Clarence.
Bartender.
What do you want?
Whiskey. Beer chaser.
Wow. How'd you make all these changes so fast?
Look, mister, I don't know what you're talking about. What'll it be?
Where's Martini?
I ain't made you one yet. You just walked in. So what? You want a martini?
No, your boss, Mr. Martini. Where is he?
Look, this is my place, okay? I'm the boss here. Now, you want a drink or not?
Oh, all right. Double bourbon.
And what'll it be for you, Grandpa?
Oh, it's been so long.
Look, mister, I'm standing here waiting for you to make up your mind.
And you're doing a fine job. That's a good man, thank you. So many choices. I was just thinking perhaps a flaming rum punch? No, not cold enough for that. Oh, wait, I know. Mulled wine, yes, heavy on the cinnamon. Off with you, my lad, and be lively.
Hey, we serve hard liquor in here for men who want to get drunk fast. Now, I don't need any characters around here to give me the joint atmosphere. You know? That clear? Or do I have to rabbit punch you once or twice to get the idea through?
Rabbit punch? Is that like rum punch?
Do not get cute with me.
Listen, Nikki, just give her the same as mine. You know, it's a little,
All right, fine. 2 double bourbons. I'll be back in a minute with them. Make sure you got your money.
I've never seen Nikki act like that.
He's not exactly the man you knew. You'll be seeing a lot of strange things. Somebody got his wings!
What?
Every time you hear a bell ring, it means an angel just got his or her wings. Another one.
Listen, it might not be a good idea to mention you getting your wings too loud.
Why? Don't they believe in angels?
Well, I mean...
Then why should they be surprised that I'm an angel?
Hey, what's he talking about?
Oh, you know how old people get, but...
I'm not old. I'm only 293. That's very young for an angel.
You're 293.
Well, not really, no.
You see...
I'm 292. I won't be 293 until next May.
Okay, you two pixies, out! Walk out the door or fly out the window. I don't care. Just get out, now.
Look, Nikki, really...
And that's another thing. Where do you get off calling me Nikki? I don't know you.
Don't know me? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Hey, hold it a minute. Who let that old drunk in here when I wasn't looking? Hey, Rummy! Yeah, you. Come here, worthless.
Boys, sick pills. Boys, maybe just a little drink.
Rummy, didn't I tell you never to come panhandling around here?
Buy me
you want
a drink, sir.
Here's a whole dishpan full of water. Drink this.
Oh, no, Nikki, how could you do that? That's Mr. Gower. Mr. Gower, don't you know me?
No, I didn't mean to. I didn't.
Throw the old Rummy out.
Nikki, what are you doing? That's Mr. Gower.
You know, Now, that's another reason for me not to like you. That rumhead spent 25 years in prison for poisoning a kid. You know him? You must be a jailbird yourself.
Poisoning it?
These two, throw them out too.
Hey, wait, Nikki, stop! Hey!
Hey, everybody. Look at me. I'm giving out wings. I'm giving out wings.
Well, we're lucky they managed to toss us into a snowbank.
Look, I made a snow angel.
Yeah, very funny. You know, everything's funny tonight. Mr. Gower not knowing me, and Nikki, and...
You see, George, you weren't there to stop Mr. Gower from putting that poison into the capsules.
What do you mean I wasn't there? Of course I was there.
I told you, George, I know everything about you. I'm your guardian angel.
That can't be... I'm going to see my family, and I'm going alone.
How am I doing, Joseph? Thanks. No, I didn't have a drink.
Everything's different. All the buildings and street names and... Hey, what happened to the building and loan? Excuse me, do you know what happened to the building and loan?
I'm sorry, the what?
It used to be right here in this building, the Bailey Building and Loan.
Oh, yeah, they went out of business years ago.
Went out of... Oh, Ernie! Taxi! Taxi!
Where do you live, Mac?
Oh, doggone it, don't start this with me, Ernie. You know where I live. 320 Sycamore.
320 Sycamore. You're sure?
Of course I'm sure. Now, help me out. You're Ernie Bishop, and you live in Bailey Park with your wife and kid, isn't that right?
You seen my wife?
Seen your... Ernie, I've been to your house 1,000,000 times.
What are you trying to pull, Mac? I live in a shack in Potter's Field. No, I ain't seen my wife in 3 years. She ran away and took the kid. And I ain't seen you before in my life. See?
All right, just step on it. Get me home.
This the place?
Of course this is the... Oh my... What happened here? What?
Mister, this house ain't been lived in for 25 years.
You... Just wait right here. I'll be right back.
Turn right, I will. Hey, you ain't paid your fare.
Mary! Mary! Janie! Peter! Tommy! Zuzu! Where is everyone?
They're not here, George. You had no children. You never existed to have them.
What have you done with them?
All right, put up your hands. Watch it, Bert. I'll grab the other one.
Oh, ouch! Now this is just rude.
Oh, Bert, thank goodness. I don't know what's going on.
I said put up your hands.
What? No, Bert, you don't understand. This guy's some sort of hypnotist. He's got me under some sort of... Hey! What are you doing? Let go! Let go of me!
Ow!
Run, George, run!
Little one bit me. All right, that does it. You're under arrest, little...
Help! Help! Joseph! Help!
Hey, where'd he go? I had him right here. You ain't got him now. No. Let's get out of here, Bert. This place is haunted.
Mother, open up!
Well?
Oh, Mother,
Mother, what do you want?
Oh, I thought for sure you'd remember me. Well, listen, something's going on. I need someplace to stay.
I don't let in strangers unless somebody I know sends them. This is a respectable boarding house. I don't want to have any...
Boarding house? Oh. No. Don't you know me? Here's proof. I know everybody you know. Your brother, Uncle Billy.
You know him?
Of course I know him.
When'd you see him last?
Over at his house.
That's a lie. He's been in the insane asylum ever since his business went under. And if you ask me, that's where you belong too.
She didn't even know me.
You look like you could use a friend.
Violet, what, you know me?
Well, sure I do.
Oh, thank goodness. Listen, could we find somewhere to talk? Maybe, I don't know, I could use a coffee. You could find something.
Sure, honey, but let's discuss price first.
Price? I don't... Oh no. Violet, what's my name?
Your name?
My name, Violet, what's my name?
Whatever you say it is, sugar.
Oh, no. I gotta get out of here.
Hey, where are you going? Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey!
Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives, and when he isn't around, it leaves an awful hole.
You've got me under some sort of spell. Well, I'm gonna get out of it, and I know how, too. The last person I talked to before all this started happening was Mr. Martini, and I know where he lives.
You do.
Of course I do. I built his house. He lives in Bailey Park.
Are you sure this is Bailey Park? Looks more like an empty field in a cemetery.
Oh, I'm not sure what I know anymore. Oh. Cemetery. There's nothing here but a cemetery.
Look over here, George.
Another tombstone.
Read the inscription.
Our beloved son. What's this got to do with...
Read the name.
Our beloved son. Oh, no. Harry Bailey?
Your brother Harry broke through the ice and drowned at the age of 9.
No. No! That's a lie! Harry went to war. He won the Congressional Medal of Honor. He saved the lives of every man on that transport.
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. You see, George, you really did have a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it away?
Clarence? Where's Mary?
Oh, well, I can't.
Tell me where she is.
I'm not supposed to
tell me where she is.
You never existed. She never married.
Tell me, or so help me, I'll...
Ouch! Let go. She's just about to close up the library.
The library, 2 blocks. Mary!
Well, that was unpleasant. There must be an easier way to get my wings.
Good night, Mary.
Good night, Osgood.
I have to catch the bus. Mary, will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Helen. I'm just gonna lock up and walk home.
See you in the morning, then.
8 o'clock on the dot.
Good night, then.
Good night.
Mary!
The library will reopen at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mary, please, you gotta help me, Mary. Where are our kids?
Ouch, please. Stop that.
Oh, no,
I don't
Mary.
know you.
Mary, don't do this to me, please. I need you, Mary. Where are our kids?
I don't know you.
Mary,
Let go. Let go of me. Let go. Let go of me.
Get him.
Let go.
All right, buddy, you're not getting away again.
Bert, let go of him.
Come along with me.
Sorry to do this to you, Bert. Clarence! Clarence! I believe! Clarence!
Railroad officer, do you need help on?
Stand back. Stop or I'll shoot. Stop!
The bridge. He's gotta be at the bridge. Clarence! Clarence, please! Give me back. Give me back. I don't care what happens to me. Just give me back to Mary and the kids, please. I want to live again, Clarence. I want to live again. I want to live again. Please, God, let me live again. I want to live again.
Hey, George. George!
Step away from me, Bert.
What's the matter with you?
Get away from me, Bert, or so help me, I'll hit you again.
Hit me again? What's the matter with you? What the Sam Hill are you talking about?
Oh, don't make...
George?
George? You know me? Bert, you know my name?
Know you? Of course I know you. I saw your car run into that tree down the way and... hey, your mouth's bleeding.
My mouth's bleeding? My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding! Wait a minute. Wait. Suzu's pedals! They're here, Bert! How do you like that? Suzu's pedals!
What in the world?
Merry Christmas, Bert! Sorry, gotta go.
Wait, I'll give you a ride
No
back.
time, Bert. Sorry, gotta go. Merry Christmas! Mary, I'm coming home, Mary. Look, there's my car. Smashed, probably broken axle. Isn't that great? Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, George! Happy
Merry Christmas, Bedford Falls! Merry Christmas, you beautiful old building and loan. Light on in Potter's window. Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter!
Merry Christmas to you too, George. In jail. Go home, they're waiting for you with arrest warrants.
I know, I can hardly wait. Merry Christmas, Main Street. Mary?
Mr. Bailey.
Oh, Mr. Carter.
Mr. Bailey, there's a deficit.
Oh, $8,000, I know. Have you seen Mary?
George, I've got a warrant here that
I bet it's a warrant for my arrest, isn't it, Sheriff?
Why, yes, it is. I'm sorry, George. It's my
Oh, no,
job.
it's fine. It's just your job, and you're great at it, too.
Why, thank you.
Maybe she's upstairs. Oh, who are the rest of you here?
Mr. Bailey, I'm with Bedford Falls Courier.
Oh, reporters, of course. Could you just give me a second to find Mary?
Mr. Bailey, if you could...
Isn't this just a wonderful old house? Maybe she's upstairs.
Daddy, I told you I heard Daddy's voice.
Daddy's home. Daddy's
Peter,
home.
Janie, Tommy.
Merry Christmas.
Daddy. We missed you.
Where's your mother?
Well, she went out looking for you with Uncle Billy.
Daddy!
Suzu, my little ginger snap, how do you feel?
Fine.
And she's all better too. Not a smidge of temperature.
Not a smidge of...
Oh, George!
Mary!
George!
Mary, oh, and you're mine, Mary.
George, where have you been? I've been worried sick.
You have no idea what's happened to me, Mary.
No idea what. Oh, quickly, George, they'll be here soon. Now come into the living room and stand here, right here by the tree.
What?
The room will be full in a moment, George. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
But Mrs. Bailey,
oh,
you...
Move back, make room, make room,
Mary,
make
I'm
room.
here to help.
Oh, I know why you're here. Move back. Clear a path.
Look what I got, George. A whole laundry basket full of money, and there's more coming. As soon as Mary and I got the news, everyone decided to chip in. What the?
Oh, dump it on the table, Uncle Billy.
Here you go.
What is it, George? Another run on the bank.
What?
Here, I collected down in the firehouse. $242. How about that?
All right, folks, the line forms to the right. Martini, step right up here. Here she goes, from me to you. I busted the Juka box.
Mr. Gower!
Here, George. I made the rounds in my charge account.
Violet!
I changed my mind, George. I'm not leaving. Here's your loan back.
George.
Principal Partridge!
The faculty took up a collection. They all contributed.
Frankly, George, I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you.
Just a minute. Quiet, everybody quiet.
Where's got something to read? Quiet down, everybody. Quiet!
It's a telegram from London. Quiet, please, quiet. Okay. Mr. Gower cabled you need cash. Stop. My office has instructed to advance up to $25,000. Stop. Merry Christmas. Sam Wainwright.
Sam!
Well, it looks like that $8,000 isn't missing after all. It's all here and then some. Guess I can tear up this warrant.
Under the circumstances, Mr. Bailey, the building is one has passed my inspection. Oh, and here's my $5 contribution.
Now, Mommy?
Now, Janie. Mr. Martini, how about some wine?
It so happens I've got the wine for everybody.
Harry!
Merry Christmas, George.
Merry Christmas!
Got him a police escort from the airport. Guard pool flew in all the way in the blizzard. Harry, what about your break into New York?
As soon as I got the news, I flew right in, borrowed a plane. Hey, somebody, get me a glass of wine. Come on.
Here you go, Hetty. Wine.
A toast. A toast. To George Bailey, the richest man in town.
George? What's this? It's a card in the tree with your name on it. But I didn't.
Open it, Mary. What's it say?
Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence. Who's Clarence?
A very dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy, the bells on the Christmas tree are ringing.
They sure are, Zuzu.
Teacher says that every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Your teacher's a smart woman, Zuzu. Atta boy, Clarence.
You have been listening to the Indian Hill Radio Players presentation of Frank Capra's classic, It's a Wonderful Life, adapted for radio by Philip Grecian. And now, WIHSD is signing off for the broadcast day.
WIHSD feels good to listen with you.
Good night and happy holidays.
At Indian Hill High School, and I played Mary Hatch Bailey.
And I'm George Bell, who played George Bailey. I'm also a junior here at Indian Hill High School. We wanted to take a moment and thank you for supporting our Indian Hill Theater production here this evening. We know these are hard times, and we hope you brought a little bit of joy and laughter this holiday season.
Just like many small businesses and industries that are suffering right now, our friends in the theater industry have taken a major hit this year. With auditoriums at only about 15% capacity and Broadway closed, theaters across the country have gone dark.
In the story we just performed, Clarence shows George what it would have been like if he had never been born. Well, I want to ask you a question. What would the world look like if theater had never existed? What will our world look like if theater doesn't come back after this year?
All of us here have been impacted by theater. Some of us have been changed forever by what theater has done for our lives, and we don't want to imagine a world without it. That's why tonight we ask you that you support it in any way, big or small, a theater organization near you. From Broadway to regional to college and secondary theater, we could all use your support.
Support can be shown in many ways, from monetary donations, attending Zoom, outdoor, or streaming productions just like this one, or even by sharing any production that crosses your path. Just by watching our show tonight, you have supported our program, and we are so thankful. If you want to do more, please email our director at kendra.thomas@ihsd.us.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday season. We hope you treasure this time, even if it's hard, because it really is a wonderful life. Good night.
Hello, my name is Paige Falter. I'm in the 11th grade, and I love theater so much because it's just a great place where you can have so many talented people come together and just make some really cool friends and share this really fun atmosphere. So that's my favorite thing about theater. And I hope that everybody has a great holiday season, a good Christmas, Hala Kwanzaa, and thank you for watching our show.
Hi, my name is Audrey Phillips, and I am a freshman. And the reason why I really love to do theater is because it's so nice to see the finished product. You invest so much time in the show, and you put so much effort into every rehearsal, and once you get to the show, it's so nice to see all of that hard work that you and everybody else has done pay off. I also really love all the friends that I have made from doing theater. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And since I also really like doing the arts, here's a drawing.
Hello, my name is Mira Miles Corrales. I'm in the 8th grade, and I love theater because it's super fun. You can meet a lot of new people, you can make a lot of cool friends, and it's just a really fun way to express yourself. I hope you have a magical holiday season.